Dear Mr. President, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Adekunle Tinubu, GCFR. Your Excellency, I am sending warm greetings to you from my village to the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja. Today, I want to share my view about something which I feel needs an urgent attention in our country and continent. Permit me to use the word continent as I represent not only Nigerian youths, but the entire youths of African continent. You see, Mr. President, we cannot deny the fact that we now live in what is called global village. And what that entails is that there are new waves of human activities and interaction that has never been seen before in human history, which are playing out. The world in which we human thrived in the past have now become obsolete, or is almost becoming obsolete. And a new one with a new language is being invented, which centers and revolves around global, digital, and connectivity. De facto, this age is introducing to all of us a world full of vast arrays of opportunities, but only for those who are truly prepared to take a stake in it. The first point I want to make is that this digital economy, as it is called, does not come without its own unique characterized disadvantages. As a matter of fact, it has the high propensity to make or mar the youth of our society. This now brings me to the second point, which is that Nigerian government should devise a strategic way to deploy highly sophisticated policy that will help regulate all the social media platform and other related digital platform that the youths of our citizens are making use of. Why this is so imperative is because of how the algorithm of this platform are encoded to work. It is as though they are designed to favor more useless content that drain the energy and the attention of the youths, rather than encourage creativity, innovation, and inventiveness. For example, not long ago, the American government called the attention of the TikTok CEO, Sean Zeng-Chu, arguing that the content being pushed to American citizens through the TikTok fuels misinformation and propaganda. But in China, the same algorithm pushes content that encourages learning and ethics to its citizens. This is true because if you look at the content that 90% of our citizens consume on social media platforms, these days, it is content that promote nude pictures, violent clips, and propaganda, etc., etc. In other words, they are not making use of the positive aspect of digital economy because their attention are being deliberately diverted by algorithm to the wrong things. Good policies, if initiated, will help to starve the negative aspect of social media platform and other related digital platform, and then encourage the right thing that enables society to grow in the right direction. Thirdly, despite the fact that there are a lot of opportunities that comes with the digital economy, 90% of our youths are busy going down the wrong path. Only 10% or less are aware of the opportunity that comes with the digital economy. For this reason, the Nigerian government ought to come up with national training initiatives that will help to skill the youth for the digital economy. This will help reduce the tension and unemployment rate in our society. For example, based on statistics, the global outsourcing digital job market cap from 2022 to 2023 is about $700 to $731 billion. Imagine if the jobless youth in our society were skilled to seize these job opportunities. We would have ended joblessness in our society. But this cannot happen without tackling the mind-boggling cybercrime stories that keep popping in our country and continent. This calls for the armed forces of the government that handles this aspect of our society to make sure they live up to the standard of their oath, that anyone caught doing cybercrime is punishable under the rule of law, and they must not be bought nor sold in any circumstances. Fourth, the Nigerian government must now sit up optically and frown at the social media platforms that have their presence in Nigeria, which enables our youth to have account on those platforms, but do not allow them to monetize and take part in their revenues. For example, we have 23.84 million Nigerians on TikTok, but they are not allowed to monetize their accounts, except they use backdoors to get US or UK accounts. Meanwhile, there are 23 million Britons on TikTok, and we know for a fact that the way those platforms work is when there are a lot of people on the platform, that impresses marketers to come and place ads on the platform. And that is how the platforms earn revenue and share part of it with users that are monetized. Now, the UK is monetized, but Nigeria is not. Yet the two are part of the reason why the platform generates revenue that helps sustain them. To me, if they are not making money from the platforms, they have no business being there. They must not only be squanderers of this digital economy, but co-creators and contributors to the economy. Finally, the governments must make sure that all the international payment gateways that have their presence in this country or continent and do not allow our citizens to receive money, but allows them to send out money, must be sanctioned and given an ultimatum to lift such restriction and allow our youth to be able to send and receive money with their Naira cards. This may have to involve banking system. For example, there are few young Nigerians and Africans that make legitimate money from the internet. But for them to get that money into their bank account is like someone trying to raise the dead body. Why should companies such as PayPal allow Nigerians to create accounts that enables them to send out money, but not give them the options to receive money as well? So, Your Excellency, my main concern right now is that every aspect of the digital economy must be made accessible and easy for our youth to navigate. When the Nigerian government does this, the entire continent of Africa will join them. As I am of the opinion that the destiny of Africa lies in the hands of Nigerians. Thank you, Mr. President. God bless our continent. I remain Captain Africa. Ad Astra.